Hey guys, I've been working on a little project. It is not on this course. This is Viborg disc golf course. It has nothing to do with what I'm about to show you. I found a little forest, a little pond and a field. And I decided to build a disc golf course. So please follow along and learn how to build your own disc golf course and enjoy this beautiful property. So if you're only here for disc golf playing, you have to skip to the end of this video where I play around on the course I've just built. But if you want to see some cool shots, time lapses, how to build your own course, please consider watching all the video. I personally think it's a great one. So my process started with me walking through these woods. I looked around and I saw, wow, there's so many great lines here. It is beautiful and I really want a course that I can play. So after looking around for a while, I had to design the course. I kind of knew the different areas by this time. So I got onto Google Maps, snapped a little screenshot of the whole thing and started to draw some lines that would eventually turn into holes. And that brings me to this next point. Baskets is a really important part of the disc golf course. It's the thing that, you know, brings joy when you get the birdie, and thing that brings frustration when you miss a short putt or even a long putt for the good score you want. So I searched around at my parents' place for a lot of things that could turn into baskets. I found a lot of weird stuff that would actually work quite well as a basket, yes. And my favorite thing to find when looking for baskets is something that can act as tone poles. You know, things that make a specific noise whenever you hit it with your disc. And then I came across these. The nice thing about these is, listen. When these four metal sticks clank together, they make a sound. The good thing about these is you do not have to dig out a hole for the basket. You can just hang them in a tree like I did right here. I brought this guy with me. Hello, sir.
Hello there.
And he will help me clean up all those tee pads and greens. Let's get moving. Time to test out the new path for the first time. Tee pad is done, but as you can see, this hole got kind of a rough fairway, so I will have to carve my way through in these. Wish me luck. That was run number 1. Now let me give it a second run. Sure to make sure that this path stays here, it needs like 5 or 10 more run-throughs. But I will not do that now. I'll take you with me to show you the path I've made so far. We found the basket. This one is a little more silent. It will be a little tough to hear if you make the hole in one. Green time. Then we only need one piece. And it should fit right here. Yes. Full circle around this basket. So this tee pad will be done when I clap. Wow, would you look at that? I just did this. Now we have a done diddly-do tee pad. How cute. Would you look at that? This is my most experimental basket yet. So found a lot of sticks on the ground. I built up this little fortress. I'll do a little cleaning. So my favorite part of disc golf course building, path testing. Now let's even out this tee pad. I brought this, a big fork. Ka-chow! Tee pad is now ready. Much more even than it was just a couple minutes ago. Did some last minute cleaning before I got to play a round of disc golf. Hole 1. I'll have to range all these holes because I do not know the length of any of them. But there's a stick over there. You see this bridge thing over the water. So it's 49 meters. Not a long shot, but it could definitely be a long day if you go into the water. First shot out of the car. So I'll play that a little safe. It will be a tough putt. I can already feel it. So until I find a better solution, this will be the basket. It is just a piece of wood. If I hit it, I make the putt, yes. Okay, I have to aim low on this stick because there is a possibility that I will go right into the water behind you. Come on. What a great basket sound, wow. So did you reckon that the basket would sound like that? No, I did not. But apparently this tree is full basket. So this hole is, in my opinion, one of the coolest holes on the course. So for the first shot, you want to go to the other side over there, land somewhat safe, because from there you have to cross the water again. Actually, if you want to, you can throw a shot under the low ceiling here, but I do not think it will work so well. So from here, I want to just throw a forehand over on the other side, have an approach for the basket. I think this is a par 4, but I will be reconsidering that because I love par 5s. Okay, so I want to throw 72 meters on the first. I'll take my Gonna Burn Money FD3. Should be perfect. Yes. So from there I'll have a big shot over to the other side. Okie dokie. So if you have not watched the intro, I will tell you from through this shot, I've digged out a whole tee pad to level it. Let me range. Okay, so there's 105 meters to the basket. So I do not think I can call this a par 5. It is a par 4. But if you see the big old tree over there, is the basket. It is 105 meters. I'm just gonna take a driver and pump it. Metal flake destroyer. I think I will have a putt. So the basket might be a little hard to see, but it is these black metal things hanging. So you should be able to hear if you hit it. I think I'm in circle 2, so I have a little jumper. Either the wind is still blowing on it, or I just made it swing from side to side. I don't know. And if I did, I'm stupid. Let me try to hit it though. Oh, I just under it. I'll go tap out the first par of this round. Let's go. So tapping out on these tone poles is a bit different than on a basket, I will tell you. T-box is not built yet on this hole, but it's supposed to be in this area. Our basket is hanging over there. 121 meters, but I got a tailwind at the moment. The fun thing about this is that there is in fact water down here, but the basket is not even close to the water edge. So it should be pretty easy to not think about it. I got a little bit of a left to right wind, so this is really distance wind, but I think I kind of need it because it is uphill to the basket. Let me give this destroyer a rip. And then it has to fade soon, and it will be perfect. Ace maybe? Oh, flew right past the tone poles. So I needed a little bit more distance. You will see a blue rope in there from which the tone poles are hanging. So I got a circle 1 putt here. And only if I hit, the tone pole part. So I cannot hit the rope here. Oh, no birdie, no birdie. It is so fun to play something you built yourself. And I should have really hit this putt. I feel like this is a little bit of a harder target than a basket is, to be honest. Oh, nearly missed that to the left. But tapped in my par. Now the fun begins. We got a path to the next hole. Look at this. Little path. So we got this tee pad, yes. And these next couple holes will be wooded. And we're starting off with this one. It is a little forehand hole and I have to range it. It is not a far hole, it's only 55 meters. Not even that tricky. I feel like smooth little forehand with the Toto will be my best bet. So I might have overshot it a little. Means we are left with some putting. So I landed at next hole's tee pad. So if I hit the putt like here, it will count even though there's a tree in the way. So this is where my drive landed. It's actually a tough putt. Let me give it my best effort. That counts. And now to one of the more fun holes. This hole is very beautiful. You got this fairway that goes through the trees. Right now it is a par 4 and I don't know the length of it. But I don't feel like the length is very far. Nah, it's only around 110, 115. But as it is now, this is where the tee pad is. I could possibly move this further back. Right now it is here. It is an easy par 4. Or it is easy if you hit the gap. And that is what I'll try to do. We'll take this Halo Destroyer. I've been loving this on the forehand lately. Get around. Yeah. Oh. So that was actually a good tree kick. And I will have a little approach from there. I will try my best to explain where the basket is. Otherwise, Editor Magnus will put an arrow in. Should be able to reach it with a little forehand. I did the important part of this hole, and that was to get through the first and initial gap. That's a bit inside. Sit down. That should be circle 1. And I will know when I get up there because I marked it all. Look at this green. You can see the edge of it all the way around. And the basket right there in the middle. Okay, so I'm still well inside circle 1. There is, I think, 5 meters to the edge of it. So really no excuse not to birdie here. Even though this seems like a hard target to hit, to be honest. I don't know where to aim. That is my problem, I think. Oh, come on. That is nice. So I think my problem is that more times than not, I just hit somewhere random on the basket. And when I now have to hit the center to get in the basket, I'm very bad at it. I got another pathway to show you. This one is pretty, man. Nice, nice, nice. It will lead you to the next hole. This is so fun. And now through these branches. So playing this course just brings so much joy because you know all the effort you put in, you know all the hours and thinking. To finally be able to play somewhat of a fun and playable course is so nice. I think this urge in me to create things comes from the creator himself. He put some creativity in all of us to go create beautiful things like this disc golf course. That brings us to this next hole. First, let's range it. Okay, I think it is anywhere between 90 to 110. I can't really know because I don't know what to range at. But the target is by the wood line over there. So I think I'll just be throwing a hyzer because I do not really remember what to aim for. But I think if I aim for the end of this half I created, I should be good. And you for sure would like to go a little too long on this hole rather than a little too short because the grass is pretty high up by the green. So let me throw a long hyzer flip. Okay, fingers crossed we're gonna find it. I did not hear something that sounds like a basket or tone poles. So no ace, anything else is still on the board. So I must have been aiming for the right thing because my disc is right here. Ta-da! How did I miss that? So I've been missing all of them to the left, right here. So maybe I should aim a little more right. It did not go far, so I gotta tap in path. And now we gotta find the path to the next hole. You might be able to notice, but there's also circle 1 marked up here. And this is the road. This hole might actually be one of the hardest on the course when it comes to par 4s at least. So what you see in front of you is a lot of trees. I plan to put on a mandatory to this tree because the basket is actually this direction. But I want people to go through this gap. So if you want to do some weird Anheuser stuff over here, be my guest. But what I will try to do, forehand, little flex, come back in the end. And from there we will be approaching. Just because it's so easy to find and I don't really know where you can possibly land at the moment. So having something pink and blue should be the perfect color for finding discs. Okay, gap hit. That might be the best shot I will ever make on this hole. Let me actually try and range to the end of these woods just to get kind of a guessing on how far it is. So I think it's like 140, 150. But with a drive like that, there should not be much left for me to approach. So this actually makes me happy. Even with as good as my drive was right there, I still have somewhat of a hard approach. And that makes me think that it is right to call it a par 4. I have a flex forehand over to the right side here. There's also a very tight backhand right here, but I do not think I will hit it. Okay, sit down right there. I should have a putt. So there's always wind from left to right off this tee, I've learned. So that will help your forehand to get as much to right as you want. Because this is kind of like an L-shaped hole. You want to go ahead for 100 meters and then to the right for 50 meters. Yeah, that's kind of the hole. And it is also kind of a tricky little green. I am so close that I really should be able to hit this. Don't mess this up. Yes. Good birdie. Still no bogeys found. I guess courses are always good to their designers. Now we have to find another path. Found it. This is another one of those double fairway situations. Let me arrange it. So you can go right or left, but basket is just in the middle. So just pick your poison. It is 70 meters. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh man, what do I hit those gaps with? I think Champ Toto is my first try. Right side. This could easily be my first bogey if I do not get clean through this gap. But I kind of did. Let me tell you so much. Okay, I think I'm literally under the basket. And you will know what I mean by that when I get up there and show you. Because you can literally be under the structure on this one. Yes, under the basket. So I piled up some leaves here and the disc found it. Park job. Oh yes, and on the edge of circle 1 is a new path. This is a fun one. It snakes through the woods. First a little to the right, then a little to the left, and then you got it, the tee pad. So since I have not played this one yet, I do not really know what to aim for. Let me have a look. Oh, I see it now. So first off, you have to make it out of this gap. Then just straight ahead, you can see the wooded part of one of the trees over on the other side. Right there is the basket. This basket is a fun one and weird. Look forward to that. Let me range it to find out how far we have to throw. Well, it is 80 meters. So you really want to throw vibrant colors that you will be able to find. And that is why I will choose the method for this next throw. It is also a bit uphill, so might play more like 90. So if I do not hit the gap, I'm cooked. That might be an ace. Should be really close. So I found a weird spot in here, but look at this basket. So my plan here is that you just hit some part of it and it's in. Doesn't that sound fun? I think it does. And this is a little bit of a bigger target. And one last thing I realized going up to this hole is that this is actually the last hole of the course as it is now. I am sure more will come with time, but as it is now, this is the only one. Okay, so I can see a little bit of the target. Let me hit it. Come on. Well, with how big that target is, I do not think that I could count that as in. Come on! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a little bit of a different video. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you want to see more of this course as it develops.
So last week I had a giveaway and now we have to find the winner. It is Lucas Hedegaard. Congratulations and thank you to all of you guys participating. Please reach out to me, Lucas, so I can get you the discs.
Lastly, I only have 2 things to say. Firstly, go to discstreet.dk, best disc golf seller in Denmark. Secondly, go to merheiser.dk, use code Magnus and get 10% off on shirts like this, hats like this, and a lot of other great stuff. So sun is beginning to set and I want to get home. Bye.